My name's Wiggs. I'm 21 years old, from Chicago, Illinois. How I got started, basically, I was doing like some Japanese jiu-jitsu over around like middle school. I started boxing roughly like my 8th grade year. I started wrestling pretty heavy in high school. And like every time like it came to an excuse of why I lost a match, like I was basically like, so basically when I was boxing, I'm like, man, I could have did more if I could have took him down or something. And if it came down to wrestling, I got to the point like, man, what if I could have punched him or something, you know? So like basically I moved out here to Minnesota. I asked my uncle Bo, whatever. I was like, yeah, like I want to fight, and he's like looking at me crazy, like, well, you want to fight? I was like, yeah. So basically, he set up my first fight, and it was back in Detroit Lakes. I want to say like 2013 or something like that, 2013, 12. I was about 20 years old. I still remember like how I felt like walking up to the ring or whatever. Like I was just like, man, like this is about to happen. So like when I got in the ring and I saw my opponent across me, I got thinking in my head at the point like, dude, like what the hell am I doing? But it was like once we just started throwing punches and everything, it was just like it was like wow. Man. Like I still remember like after that fight, I realized that my very first amateur fight was a title fight, and I won. So it was like real big for me at that point. Yeah. What really motivates me is basically, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say like my family didn't like have nothing. My mom did what she can. Like, you know, we didn't really like ask for a lot, but the stuff that we did ask for, like we got. But it was like at the same time though, like where I grew up and stuff like that, it wasn't like I always had the luxury, but I never had to want for anything. But mainly what motivates me is like my family, basically my coaches, just basically everybody around me. And like basically my main thing is like I want to be like known for something, like, you know, like I found something that I'm good at, and I just want to keep it that way. You know, I just want to stay training hard and like basically trying to just get my name out there, get the family name out there. You know, like basically my family, they not too much action going on. You know, so basically like right now, one of my biggest motivations right now, my little brother, like he just got the Bill Gates scholarship, and like I'm doing like MMA, it's kicking off pretty nice. So like basically we just trying to build up a family name just to be remembered. Alright, so I train at a Doc's gym. I've been training out of here for roughly about like 2 years. A lot of people look at me as like a judo fighter because this is a judo-based gym. So yeah, I train here, and then I also do like some of my training at Coons. So yeah, but this is Doc's.
So it ain't nothing special, you know. I stay on north side of Minneapolis, you know what I'm saying? We turn it up. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, like my car kind of messy, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know I'm at the gym every day. I live out of this car too. But yeah, I used to stay around here too, like a good 7 years ago. I stayed on like basically I'm just driving over there. But yeah, like family used to run like all up through these streets too, and we stayed out here roughly about a good 7 years ago. A lot's changed from like that point on time to like here. So that shit go. So that's the fight contract right here. That's for the North Dakota fight and stuff. Little like kickboxing match. Basically, man, I'm just be fighting everywhere. Like if I'm not working, I'm in the gym. So it's that simple. Like I would say like any athlete, you know, like even if you don't have if you feel like you don't have the ability to, basically anybody can train to like get to that point, you know, to be a monster, you know. So yeah, but that's one of my restaurants right there. I used to work there when I first moved out here to Minnesota. Like after I graduated, it was paying me like $7 an hour, bro. Like minimum wage out here is like nuts. Like, yeah, this is like my old neighborhood. I used to stay out here too. Me and my little bro, we used to go through here shoveling all the yards, getting all the money. You know what? That's when we brought like that Virgin mobile flip phone. Yes. Can't nobody sit here and lie and say they didn't have a, I don't know. Everybody had a flip phone. I'm put it like that. Yeah. But yeah, like on my spare time though, man, I'm usually like, I'm asleep, to be honest. If I'm not asleep, you know, No, somewhere else. This the old house right here. So I used to stay right here. Everything. So this is my old house. Then the crazy part is I moved like right next door. That's my auntie's house. I think my uncle's home right now, but you know, I ain't gonna mess. I'm not gonna mess with it. It wasn't that bad living out here. The only thing is, like when I stayed out here with my grandma and stuff, we lived in that crib. It was like damn near 11 people in there. But yeah. Y'all see how quiet this neighborhood is. Believe it or not, I got in a couple fights on this block. This block used to always be like the good. Yeah. Everybody go there after school and throw hands. And then even when I stayed in Chicago too, it got to the point like we were even throwing hands out there too. Like we'd put on some boxing gloves, be bored, and just be out there sparring, you know. And then a lot of times growing up, like I've been in like one-on-one fights. I fight. Usually what happens if I win, like it was like a 70% chance I was gonna probably get jumped like within the next like week or so. That was only in like, you know, Illinois. Out here, it was like, I don't know, people just bump them out. But like I grew out of that. Like I try to avoid street fights to the, like, you know, to the best point I can. Like I try not to throw any hands with nobody because I'm just scared what I can do to people. And I'm not trying to say that to sound cocky. It's just like, if you're a martial artist, to like anybody out there that's actually just learning something, if you're a martial artist, like you don't have the right to get angry anymore. Like you like go somewhere with that, you know. So I be trying to tell Ed back here. But yeah, y'all gonna see the crib. The crib basically look just like the gym. Got like punching bags everywhere, gloves, everything. You know, we don't stop. Like, you know, if you bored, you ain't doing nothing. You know, you should be training. Like my girl says, like I go to the gym too much, but it's like I would say going to the gym is like going to school. Like you gonna go to school because you want to better your brain, you want to get more knowledge. You know, you want to become smarter. So why not go to school every day? You know. So if you want to become a better fighter, why not go to the gym like damn near every day? Like you get like 2 days off. You know what I'm saying? The gym you get no days off, but it's not you're not in there for like 7-8 hours. But you know, depends on what you pick up. Like when you training, like my judo teacher basically told me there's a good horse and a bad horse or whatever. Basically, he called me a good horse, but I'm a good horse that's coachable. You don't want to be a good horse. That's kind of bad, because good horse, they pick up everything so fast, like instantly. Everybody loves the good horse. But when the good horse gets to something that they're stuck on, they quit. They die. Like they don't want to try no more. But like the bad horse basically is like even though he keeps messing up, he's always working hard, getting through everything, and soon he pass ups the good horse. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how he was explaining it to me. So I would prefer, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I would prefer to be like the bad horse rather than the good horse.
Now you have to look over a place because you know I'm just moving in here. So this is a day that Alex is supposed to be out here helping me move, but he wasn't here. He was out being the superstar.
No. Like I remember, like
no, you had to go home.
Yeah.
You had to go
say
home.
when
I didn't lie.
Monster first like was sponsoring me or whatever. I'll sit on your lap. I'll sit right here. When Monster was first sponsoring me or whatever, I was staying with her on the couch. So yeah.
Yes.
So
he was staying with me on the couch.
Yep. After that fight at Epic Nightclub, you know, that's how I got it.
Well, that's okay. He was on the couch. Better the couch than the floor. So, you know, he was there. Definitely there.
So,
well, how's life been treating you?
I'm working too much.
Oh my God.
I need a break.
Well, I was supposed to get my belt back for my birthday. What did you do?
It's hung up in the gym, the title.
What year do I see it when I'm too old to know what it is?
Yeah, Ed owes you money.
Ed owes me money.
Yeah.
Oh, who? Ed, you owe me money?
Yeah, you got that paper. What you been on, dog?
What have I been doing? Running right here like a mad mouse. I had all the 9,000 grandkids by. You know, you're only one of the grandkids.
Who's her favorite one, though?
Well, you, Darion.
And Betty.
Betty's left out, the baby. The baby, no. You there, Monasia. Come out and show your face. That's my favorite one right there. Come here, Monasia.
She reminds me of a baby Toddy.
That's my baby Toddy. This is Granny's baby here. Little turkey. Now, go back around. I'm going to say cheese to the camera. Now, this is his other cousin. Now, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She gonna say bye. Hey, she's scared. Yeah, you going to jail. That's what we do to bad kids. You going to jail.
Don't you do that. Now, wait a minute, Alex. What is this?
Just been there, Granny, you know what I'm saying? So,
I can't even pet that.
the Alex the Lion.
For grandson, you know, because he's came a long way in a short period, but he's a wonderful grandson. And on top of it, I'm very, very proud of him because instead of him being out here in the streets looking stupid, he's always, every time he hit the door, he came back with what he went for. You know, if it wasn't but a half of it, he got it. And I'm really proud of him about that. Yeah, really proud. You know, he didn't have to go out there and get the riches. I didn't want the King Solomon's mine. All I wanted was a pinch. And that's why I always teach him. It's a pinch. We start off chipping at first, and then it gets better. You know, it don't get no better. You can't have the whole cake at one time. You'll choke to death. So, he just gets what he gets a little at a time.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's the way we add it. As soon as he brings me back my belt.
I'm Bo Brown, and I'm one of the trainers here at Doc's Gym, and coordinate all the fights. And try to keep everybody healthy as possible. One thing about working here, you get to meet a lot of good people, you get to meet a lot of interesting people. And Alex Wiggs, good family member, friend, came in, wants to train, so let's do it. And he asked me one day, he said, "Do you think I have a shot at fighting in the cage?" And I said, "Well, you never know unless you try." And he decided to do it, and I was quite impressed with his first fight. We continue on to fight. I think every time he steps in the cage, the victory for him is a victory out of poverty and a victory for his family. And I think he works really hard to maintain that goal to continuously achieving to be the best at MMA as he possibly can be. That's where I see Alex. In a few years, continue on to do as well as he is now, but you never know, he might be on the big stage. I know that's his goal, and I'm here to help him to achieve that. I'm always looking for the best out of every fighter. And I know he could train a little harder, but you know, as a coach, we always say that we don't want them to ever forget the big picture. Is keeping himself focused on the big picture, and I think that's one of my things that I look for. Is I want to see him to be the best at what they do, because they're representing not only themselves, they're representing our gym. And that's the most important part that I think that he understands and look forward to every time he steps in the cage. Well, I think it's really nice to be able to have Monster, you know, backing us. You know, it's nice to have an organization that understands the struggle of today's society, the youth, working, helping the community to better themselves. So I have to give a shout out to Monsters for their hard work and their effort in helping these young people achieve their dreams and goals, and continuously to motivate them to higher levels.